Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm Shadow and we're playing Tokyo Dark again. Now, last episode we uncovered some information about that family's history, about the mask, and he pointed me into the direction of the tea shop. We're going to head right in. Welcome, come in. Do sit down. No need to be so formal and stand there like it's like a statue. How can I help you? Are you starting off great? Are you Yusha? Never man. Takashi told me to come speak with you. Oh, how is Mr. Kawana? Still prickly as ever, I suppose? I've always found him to be wise beyond his years, though perhaps not by choice. I digress. My apologies. It's the quirks that come up with old age, you know? What does Mr. Kawana think I can help you with? I'm looking into a few things related to the Kamen Kai. That's the family, or like the cult that was part of the family, or the family was part of. The group his family got mixed up in. Well, a more difficult answer than you might expect. You see, there are two groups that share that name. The first, as you know, is the religious group formed by the guru, Tokimasa. The second is an ancient order, over 1,000 years old. What's that you're holding? I was told it was related to the Kamen Kai, or the newer one, and that you could tell me about it. Ah, that explains many things, child. The far-off look in your eyes, for one. I imagine you have many, many questions. Masks are interesting, are they not? They are meant to be a disguise, and yet a mask cannot lie, or contort itself to hide the truth. In that sense, it is the mask that is more truthful than the human faces we hide underneath them. I wonder how you came to be in possession of an object with such a dark history. I think it might be related to the missing person, but I don't know anything about it beyond that. But that itself is is the essence of history, layers upon layers of personal connections that are continuously peeled back to their root. Relics like the one you hold often take the unusual routes where they end up. Relic, if it's from the Kamen Kai cult from the 90s, then I'd hardly call it a relic. Misguided and deceptive as he was, Tokimasa was no fool. In order to gain new followers, he needed to give his cult an historical legitimacy. He collected obscure objects and gave them new meanings that he could control in order to manipulate his followers. The mask was what he chose, along with the name of the group that created it. Interesting, isn't it? Yeah, I guess so. Only, I guess I was hoping you could tell me more about the other thing, some other things about it. For instance, like why? Now that I'm about to say it out loud, it sounds silly. I'm sorry I bothered you. Don't be silly. You wonder, for example, why holding the mask seems to take you to another place? Or perhaps why you can see visions that don't seem real? Why you feel a strong will exerting itself on you? Oh yes, I know all about those things too. How could you know about that? When Tokimasa was in possession of it, he believed it showed him a path into the realm of the gods. He wrote extensively on the subject. Though, unlike most, I don't discount such phenomena as the ravings of a madman when the phenomena repeats itself. I thought we were in a tea shop. Why don't we have a nice cup of tea? Like, so rude. Do you look into the inky blackness and the familiar shapes in the shadows? Not shadows. I see and hear people who are supposed to be dead. Find things I couldn't possibly have found otherwise. Most interesting. Tell me, detective. Oh, apologies. Do you mind if I call you that? I don't remember telling you I was a detective. My mistake. You must forgive me. A slip of the tongue. I believe it was the way you carried yourself. Determined investigators such as yourself have such a sense of purpose in their mannerisms, you see. And you do seem rather determined to get to the bottom of whatever it is you're chasing. Tell me, does me telling you that your expertises are not an illusion provide you any level of comfort? I'm not sure, but I do feel something. Maybe hope? It's like I finally have got the foothold on solid ground. Ah yes, knowledge is light in the dark places, is it not? To think a relic of such import would end up with a detective. Do you mind if I ask you something? Which do you believe? Are our lives controlled by fate? Pre-measured threats that are determined or deeds? Or wishes and or ends the minute we come into existence? Or conversely, is our threat subject to change chaos inherent in our universe instead? Does it change according to our deeds and that which happens to us seemingly by accident? Do you believe it is fate or chance that decides which threads of life are cut short and which are followed? Yes, of course. Maybe you feel your life has been somewhat out of your control as of late. Control, huh? To be honest, I don't feel like I've had much of that since the mask came to me. You said that the mask was made by the old Common Kai. Why? Confusing me can't be the purpose of it was made for. Ah yes. A more complicated answer than you might have wished for. Indeed, it should come as no surprise that the creation of such a mysterious object is equally enigmatic. Perhaps you could do me a favor. Don't worry. It is in relation to this very topic. An important book has gone missing from my shop. If you could retrieve it for me, I feel like it could shine a great deal of light on the subject. What kind of book? A book of missing variety. I'm sorry, I jest. It concerns the mask bearer. Mask bearer? That's me, right? Although you carry it, it does not make you its bearer. All will become clear when the book is returned to me. Sounds easy enough. Where can I start looking? Oh, you needn't go that far. The man who has it is right outside the building. In fact, as I said, it's not much of an errand, but I, of course, cannot leave my shop. He's right outside? This won't take long. I'll be right back. Well, don't say that. Don't jinx it now. Kitty. Oh, it's you, huh? The old tea shop next door? Isn't that place closed down? Closed? That can't be right. What else do you know about it? Didn't you just see me come out of the shop? Like, pure conjecture on this one, but I think it might be owned by the kendo instructor from the dojo down the street. Account of him being the only one who I've ever seen in there. You literally saw me come out of that shop. You might not believe me, but I swear, I saw him in there chatting away to himself. Possibly, he's a little nuts. Then again, it might be some super awesome kendo meditation technique. Oh man, I didn't think of that before. Next time, I ought to ask him for some pointers instead of spying on him, eh? Word through the grapevine is that he's a regional champion or something that has trained some of the best. Lots of cops train with him, so he must be good. Maybe he's not so scared, not so crazy after all. Speaking of which, I have a bit of a crazy question for you. I know you said it was closed, but do you have anything? Do you know anything about the book being taken from there? Maybe recently? I was led to believe you wouldn't. Oh, geez. Go on. Like I said, the place has been empty for years, but you know, I spent a lot of time outside it, and half the time the door's wide open. So one day, a few months back, I decided to take a look around. Nothing suspicious or nothing. I was just curious, is all. Hey, curiosity killed the cat, right? Anyway, it was a little dusty and old, and there was all sorts of weird stuff laying around. So I might have taken a little souvenir. I mean, it wasn't super old or nothing, so I figured no one would miss it. Besides, it wasn't for me, it was for my brother. That guy can get deep into the dumps sometimes, so I try to be on standby for when that happens, you know. So I figured a little gift would cheer him up. And back then, he was going through some particularly tough times. His bitch wife, pardon my language, miss, had left him and taken a kid's daughter, he still doesn't talk about it, like he's in denial or something. Oops, got off track again. I was heading there to visit him with the ill-gotten book when I got this phone call saying he was in a hospital. I don't know what that is, on an expensive sake. Overdose, I guess. On an expensive sake and sleeping pills. Thank God the idiot decided to do this at the bar he owns with the door unlocked. A customer came in and called him an ambulance. If it weren't for that, I'm not sure he'd still be here. That was quite a story. Sounds to me like he wanted to be found. Yeah, I think so too. I think he was trying to ask for help in his own way. In any case, I took the book to him while he was in the hospital. Tried to show him that even when he was in his lowest, there was something out there trying to do something nice for him, you know? I think it helped. For a minute anyhow. As soon as the doctors let him leave, he went right back into the toxic little bar. I hope he's okay. He's got issues, but he's my little brother and I worry about him. He's not been answering my phone calls lately. Originally, my brother's bitch ex-wife, sorry again, had the brilliant idea to put his skill into work in a cheap part of town. Despite of that, he's holding on it with everything he's got. The place is slowly bankrupting him, but he won't let it go. All he has to do is sign some paper and move on. But he can't. Something about it has his claws sank deep into him. I've been trying to get him to join me in my business for years. He's a great chef. He could make a killing. Maybe it's not the same as owning a whole bar, but serving passers-by and getting some sunshine is all good for the soul. Plus, food stands are doing really well abroad I hear. Much better than wasting away in Shinjuku at any rate. Shinjuku? Yeah, in a slimy little side street. Oh, we know who it is. Anyway, if that book is important to you, he's probably still got it in his place. You want the address? Wait, I knew he looked familiar. Your brother's Daiso, right? You know him? Small world. Probably the smile on my face that threw you off. Tell him his brother Haruto says hi. While you're at it, tell him that Takoyaki scents are all the future of cuisine, and to get his butt over here. I'll do that. Thanks for all your help. Can I now buy more octopus? Well, sorry, I never forget a customer's face, and I already told you that the satisfied expression of someone who's eaten my food already. Oh, big order. Where is that? Here. This one, right? Oh, no, wait. No, it was there. This one. Hi, Ayami. How can I help you today? Hey, Daizo. How are things? Oh, you know, same old, same old. Funny thing, I met your brother while I was in Asuka today. Haruto? You met Haruto? What are the chances? Who knows? It was pretty random. Huh. Would have thought. So he's still selling takoyaki at his stand? Did he say anything? He is. He said to remind you that the takoyaki stands are the future of cuisine and that you should go and help him. Yeah, you talked to Haruto, alright. Always the optimist, that guy. I actually have a favor to ask you. Do you still have the book your brother gave you a few months ago? The only thing that old guy gives me is headaches. Not sure if I can help you, Ayami. He said that he gave it to you when you were in the hospital. Oh, what makes you think I was in the hospital? I don't even go to the hospital for checkups. Besides, that dolt's bringing me stuff all the time. Always trying to drag me kicking and screaming over where the grass is greener. This would have been more recently, after a rough patch. Maybe it was stupid for me to come and ask. Oh, no, it's fine. That idiot, always running his mouth. Frigging traitor. Those were just some hard times. Nothing serious. I just drank too much is all. Well, I'm sorry, detective, but I don't want to talk about it. Alright, understood. I'm not here to dig up bad memories, Daizo. Thanks. You said you were looking for a book, right? Truth is, I don't remember a book. I do remember Haruto giving me an old magazine though, back in the hospital. It was one of the ones I used to read when I was younger, when things weren't quite so complicated. Wait there a second. I may have it in the storeroom still. Dang it. Sorry, Ayami. Hold on a sec. Amazing how much junk someone can accumulate over the years. Maybe I should throw some of this old stuff out, huh? Here it is. It's yours, detective. Well, I know one of my friends who might be very interested in this magazine. Hey, no wonder. I recognize that photo you brought by. It's the same girl, an idol named Ruby. Reina. Oh, Ruby. See? It says so right here on the cover. Pretty crazy that it's still in my shop. Guess that means you're still looking for her. I wonder why we keep running into each other. Weird luck, I guess. I don't buy it. You're one hell of a detective. You must have a pretty sharp nose. If you say so, Daizo. Do you mind if I take this? Like I said, it's yours. About time I start getting rid of this old junk. Thank you. See you around, Ayami. Take care, Daizo. So what am I supposed to do with this magazine now? I cannot go in here yet, because for some reason it doesn't allow me to. The code that I know is the code to enter. 1996. Nothing here. Let's check on our other friend down the street, and then we head back to the tea store, I guess. Okay, never mind. Was it? I was. No, this is the. Oh, I'm confused. Oh, it's here. Right? Yeah. Ah, welcome back, detective. Is that my book I see in your hands? Guess I'm a little surprised. Are you trying to tell me that Reina is the mask bearer you talked about? That's hard to believe. Does it surprise you? After all, it is she who you see in the dark, is it not? The dark. That's what the collector called it too. How did Reina and I get uptight in all of this? I only know that somehow the girl's path and the mask are collided as if by chance. What circumstances led to this intersection are a mystery, I'm afraid. People always see history as something in the distant past, involving old men and black and white pictures. But that book and the girl are as much of a great part of history as the rest. The threads are connected to the past and the present, and the people to each other are not always apparent. But peel back the layers of the connection and the randomness of our universe neatly orders itself. The teen idol, an ancient order, a tool they created, and the detective who holds it now are all forming a neat and tidy line. Reina was some sort of idol living in Tokyo, not part of a sleeper cell or of some cult. It doesn't add up. On that, detective, we can agree. So why don't we start from the beginning? To how the mask ceased to be a mere object. The story starts at the ancient times in the year 13 or like whatever, you know what it says. At the time, Kamakura was the capital of Japan, led by the Hojo clan. It was a time of peace and prosperity and enlightenment. Peace among men is cynical, and like so many before them, so many after, their time of peace came to an end. The Nida clan, loyal to the emperor of Go Daigo, led the siege against Hoyo-controlled Kamakura, taking the city as the tide receded, leaving a key passage open to the invaders. The Hojo clan fled to the caves of their family's temple. For them, there was no hope of victory or escape. They chose to retain their honor. Instead of surrendering, the 870 dojo samurai, including the last street regiment, committed mass suicide. However, the Hojo and Nida clans, embroiled in their quest for the empire, could not see the role they played in the plans of another group, a religious sect known as the Kamankai. It is said that in the flames of the Kamakura, a girl was seen wandering the streets, observing the carnage of the burning city. A girl lost to the histories by the name of Chikako, I don't know, the last survivor of the Kamankai. Okay, so whatever the Kamankai were trying to do, they failed. I mean, they all died, right? No, they didn't fail. Everything went exactly as planned. Shikako, whatever, did not survive by chance. She was the chosen. Chosen for what? To receive the blessing of all the spiritual energy that so much death afforded. To become the first mask bearer. The mask bearer? The Kamankai used the deaths of all those people to create this? Why? The legend has it that the Kamankai sought to contain the door, a rift leading to the spiritual realm, where our consciousness ceases to be, and the time holds no meaning. A place where the cause and effect could be changed. Why? Why spend so much human life and give up so much to do that? To stop it from being abused. Imagine being able to see the world as a god, so that the flow of time and the rules which govern our world are of no consequence. This is the power of the door. To a mortal mind obsessed with the finality of death and the meaningless accomplishment, such power would corrupt absolutely. The power over death. So a dark place was created to obscure the door and hide it from mortal eyes, along with the tool to control it and see within darkness. It's true, all of it. It sounds like a fairy tale, but it's true. Finding the door could be the key to bringing Tanaka back. Some doors, no matter how strong they call to us, are not meant to be opened, and the Kamen-Kai willingly gave their lives to keep it that way. The mask opens the minds to all who come into contact with it, but it is intended for its bearer. Using it to find the door may destroy you. Maybe you're right, but I could at least use it to find my way in the dark. Just like the collector said, the only thing I don't get is how Reina is connected to it. That is a mystery. As Mr. Kawana told you, the last known location of the mask was the Kamen-Kai called only a few decades ago. Much was suppressed about the Kamen-Kai under Tokimasa. They existed, and then on March 4th, 1996, they met their end. There were many theories that the police killed them during their raid of the compound, or that someone within the cult had snapped and murdered the others. Nothing but conjecture, I'm afraid. The real answer lies somewhere deep within the police records, and though I remain curious, it is not something I have access to. Perhaps the best place to start is there. Finding out about the last days of the Kamen-Kai may help light your path to the truth. Though I wonder if such an object, bred from suffering, can truly put an end to it. Is it you who can finally break this terrible cycle? I spent a long time there. I'm tired. So tired. Farewell, detective. Okay. Sitting there comfortably, the historian Nasush, whatever, man, casually, like, if I know how to pronounce it, I can just do it, but like, this is a new word for me and I'm dyslexic, so I don't know. Casually laid out everything that I've experienced, like he was reading it out of a book. A mass suicide, ancient groups, and the door to the spiritual realm. It sounds like a myth, an interesting story that told to travelers in a bygone era. It's hard to believe it relates to Kazuki and Reina. I can't see it. The bridge between... Yeah, I can't see it. The bridge between the Kamakura samurai and the young girl. He said Reina fit into the story. She's a mask bearer. But how? Yushisha, the collector. I thought when I met them, I'd entered their world and could start to understand, however faintly. But my intrusion as a detective tells me they're hiding something from me still. Maybe I'm overthinking it. I need to keep going. What day is it anyway? How long have I been chasing these leads? Day turns to night. The hours bleed into each other. Even the seasons don't seem to follow the natural order anymore. Everything is blurring together. My head. Maybe I should take a medication. Impossible as it seems, following the old man's hunch is my best bet to finally understand the mask. Even Takashi didn't know what happened to the Kamen-Kai. Finding the police report is the way forward. A few weeks ago, it would have been easy for me to ask around the pool file. It'll be a little bit more difficult now, I imagine. What's the worst that can happen? I should head to the police HQ and see what I can find. And I think we will do that in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know down in the comments below or leave a like. And until next time.